Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Exposing Catholicism. My name is Tongai Chipangura. I am the host on this show where we expose to you the true teachings of the Catholic Church, the teachings which the Church has always taught from the beginning. We are continuing with this series in examining the nature of God. And we started by describing who God is. We give a definition until at the end of it. And we say God is the supreme spirit who alone exists of himself and is infinity in all perfections. And if you have not watched the previous videos, because we now go on and explain word by word, what do we mean by when we say supreme, what do we mean by say spirit, what do we mean by say in all perfections and infinity. In this video we were now discussing some of the perfections of God, some of the perfections of God, attributes, characteristic of God, because we really want to understand more deeper about this God whom we worship. And the first attribute that we want to look into is omnipotence. The omnipotence of God. What do we mean when we say omnipotence of God? This is one of the perfections in all perfections of God. So before, you must understand that every attribute, every characteristic that we want to understand God, we must understand it with the term infinity. This term, we must not leave it. Infinity or limitless. So omnipotence means God is able to do all things. He is all powerful and his power is limitless. Infinity, almighty power. Nothing is impossible for him. Everything that exists because of all powerful hand of God. His power is so limitless. His limitless power, though, to do everything, to do all things, does not mean that he can contradict himself to prove his power. For example, when you say God cannot contradict himself, can God make a stone huge so that he cannot lift it? This is how we say God is powerful, and we say he is infinitely powerful. So can he make a stone so huge that he cannot lift? No, he can't. Why? Is he not powerful? Yes, he can. So if he can make stone so powerful he cannot lift it, he is not God. He is no longer omnipotent. Again, if he is able to make a stone huge that he cannot lift, he is not God. Again, if he cannot make that stone so huge, he is also again not God. He is no longer omnipotent. Why? Because we just say that his powerful nature, the powerful nature to do all things, God, is not to contradict himself in order to prove how powerful he is. It's impossible for him, it's impossible for God to contradict himself. Almighty power, omnipotence, power. He got power with no effort. He got power without struggling. He do things without working hard, without sweating. We human beings, we can say this man is powerful, but we cannot say he is infinitely powerful. This is the difference. This is the difference. God is omnipotent. He is able to do all things. It's like creating with a thought and it comes into being. Omnipotence of God. He is So everything that we want to attribute God to, how powerful he is, we must remember that we must use this word limitless, infinity, and perfect in the same sense, in the same sentence. So this is one of the attributes of God which we have looked into. Brothers and sisters, thank you for watching this video series. If you have not watched the other previous videos, you cannot make sense. If this is your first one, you cannot make sense of it, because we started breaking down the 1 hour video whereby we include everything in the video. But some of you have requested us break down these videos into small videos so that we can really digest each section and understand in detail what is, can we say, we learn about God. Who is this God? How can we define him? So definition of God, we end up saying it's God is the supreme being who alone exists of himself and is infinity in all perfections. Now we are looking at some of the perfections that we can attribute to our God, who is one. So if you see, there can only also one who is able to do all things. If there are two people who are able to do all things, then they ceases to be God. Only God is the one. In this video, we define omnipotence. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, share this video, like, comment on the comment section below so that we can also know more from you. We can also understand where you lack, then we can improve on that in the future. Please continue watching, because on the next video we are talking about the omnipresent of God. Goodbye.